Hi, everyone. Bike more challenge. I want to bike less. I was just over at Hopworks on Powell, but waiting for Jeanne. She's always 10 minutes early, but there she wasn't. Anyway, it's my pleasure. I get to introduce Jeanne today. And we've known each other for 25 years. When she and Dick first started the Northwest Earth Institute. How many of you folks been involved? I think Corey and a couple folks been involved with Northwest Earth Institute. So we've known each other a long time. And she and Dick are like real heroes of mine. I mean, in terms of I've been in this space for a long time. And I can tell you the things that I do every day in terms of my consumption choices, where I live, how I live, riding my bike around, even as crazy as that sometimes is I owe most all of that to Jeanne and Dick. And the pathway that they've laid and kind of what's the word I'm looking for? But you guys just meant so much to me over these last 25 years. The work that I'm doing today is in large part because of Jeanne and Dick and the work that they've done over the years. I'm not doing the bio that, I don't know if there was a bio to introduce you to. I'm just doing this off the cuff, but she and Dick started the Northwest Earth Institute 25 years ago, and after that they started the Oregon Natural Step Network, which is really a way to drive business to think about triple bottom line, and that was 20-something years ago, right here in Portland. After that, they moved on to start the Center for Earth Leadership, and just recently retired from that, but I guess I hear you guys can't really retire, so you're still doing Agent of Change workshops, and the Eco Schools Network, which is continuing to go really strong. But I can tell you that I don't know two people that have done more for sustainability in this city than Jeanne and Dick. I mean, and there's a lot of people that would agree with me in terms of the impact they've had. So I just want to make sure you knew the person that we were hearing from is somebody that's really had a huge impact on my life and here in the city. So with that, I'll give you Jeanne.
Happy Earth Week. This is a really fun time for me to be here talking about reducing waste. That's my very favorite topic. There are a couple things I want to mention before I start talking about waste, and that is, even though I'm retired, I'm still kind of volunteering 100% on some projects, and one of them is the Eco School Network. I'm chair of the board of this new fledgling nonprofit, and we support and train parents who are doing sustainability projects in their child's school. So if there's anyone in this room in that situation, I'd like to have you sign this sheet here. One other opportunity for you is if you like to share with others, friends and colleagues about how to make our homes more eco-friendly, we still have a program going called Home Eco Parties, and that's where you invite friends or neighbors to your home, and then I have trained volunteers who come and facilitate the party for you. So it's a 2-hour event, and everybody learns how to make their homes more eco-friendly in terms of waste, toxics, water, and energy. So I will pass around these 2 sign-up sheets and give me your contact information if you are interested in either one of those. Oh, it's not working?
Can everybody hear okay?
Maybe check a little bit.
Here, I think it is. I just heard it here.
Oh,
maybe just right here. Sorry.
I have a pretty loud voice.
You do, yeah.
Okay. Well, if anybody has trouble hearing, there are chairs up here. You can just come closer. So as I said, this is a favorite topic of mine, waste reduction, and the reason I like it so much is that we have so much potential for change, and some of it's not that hard. So if you can see here that Americans represent less than 5% of the world's population, and yet we're responsible for 25 to 30% of the world's waste. And Germans have a comparable lifestyle, and yet they produce about half as much waste as we do. So Every year, or every year or every other year, I'm not sure, the DEQ does waste characterization study and figures out how much waste is going out from our homes and businesses and so forth. And here's what it shows starting back in 1992. So at the top, those figures are pounds per person per day. So starting in 1992, and look at that rise from 1992 to 2007. So the top is what we recycle, the bottom is what goes to the landfill. What do you suppose explains that increase every year for that time? Any guesses? Just call it out, what you think.
The economy.
What about the economy?
Growth of the economy.
Yeah, but let's get a little bit more specific than that. What?
Population growth.
Yeah, but let's get a little more specific than that. What's creating the waste?
Cheaper items that they don't.
Okay, so one thing could be items that are obsolete, so created obsolescence. But there's something even bigger than that. Packaging is another one. That really, between 92 and 2000, that was a big driver. So I will tell you, it's buildings. And if you think about houses, you're not as old as I am, so you don't know this, but when I was, houses are twice as large as they were when I was a child. And there are fewer people living in them. So if you think about all the building materials that have to go into building a house, and then all the furnishings that have to go in there, sometimes with just one person, but still, this person has all these needs. So what happened in 2008? Yeah, recession, building, basically stopped. So you see it go way down, and then gradually it's still increasing a little bit. Now, the latest is 2016, and so my guess is that probably now in 2019, it's still going up because now we're getting more building. So this, this is not just our household waste, but this is our household, commercial, and construction demolition waste, all of this. So, but each of us is responsible for about 2,500 pounds per year. So I'm going to start out by, well, what I'm going to do in this talk is talk about 4 ways of reducing waste. Wait, something's wrong. That's not right. Okay, so it got out of place, sorry. So here are the 4 steps I'm going to talk about. First is recycling curbside. Sounds pretty straightforward, but I find that people are not always doing it absolutely correctly. Second is recycling at depots. Third is composting all your yard debris and food waste. And fourth is what I call precycling, and I'll tell you what I mean by that term a bit later. So starting out with recycling curbside. What I'd like to do is to go through the various materials that we could recycle and just make sure that everyone has a really clear concept of what is okay to put in your recycling bin and what is not. So I'm going to hold these up and you tell me if it goes in the recycling bin or not. Okay. Cardboard with some plastic tape on.
Yes.
Yes. So it goes in the bin. How about an envelope? Got a window in it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, how about this bag of for flour?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, how about this bag? Looks the same, however, it does have a little bubble wrap inside.
No.
No, can't separate those two out. How about this? How about this carton? Hey, held some checks. Yes. Okay. How about this carton? It held some waffles that were in the freezer.
No.
No. And who can tell me why this is different from this?
Wax.
Well, that's close, but it's a plastic resin is embedded in this, and the purpose is to give it wet strength. Because if you put something in the freezer, it's going to get wet, and that's why this has this plastic resin in it. And you can't separate it out. So that's why that has to go in trash. Here's another one, similar. This actually, oh, Corey, you can't tell.
Come on.
No, you can't tell. Now, there's one, sometimes there are containers like, if you buy frozen orange juice or frozen juice, and if you get that all wet in your sink, you can actually separate the plastic lining from the paper, and you can recycle the paper. But this, you can't get it out. There's no way to know. Same with ice cream cartons, all those things that you put in the freezer. Yes.
Does that also apply to frozen foods that are individually packaged and in plastic? So it's like a single serve frozen dinner.
I assume so, but I don't know. You mean they have plastic on the outside and they have this?
It's like a plastic container with a plastic lid in a box.
I don't know.
Like Annie's.
I don't know. I don't know about Annie's, but Annie's is, pretty conscious, so you can check with them. What I do a lot of times, with plastic bags, that can't be recycled curbside, but I'm just going to mention it anyway. Most plastic bags are not labeled. They don't tell you if it's a number 2 or a number 4. And if you're going to take it down to be made into plastic wood, it's supposed to be a 2 or a 4. And so often I will call the company and ask them what it is. But that's the only way to know. Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
It doesn't say it's recyclable.
No, the only way that you know that is to follow the directions that your local government gives you. Your hauler, I can't remember if they come in the mail or your hauler gives you directions. You just have to follow those, even though you might not understand all the reasons. Yeah.
For composting, I'm a master recycler, and what they advise is anything that's in the freezer aisle is not recyclable. So that's kind of the easy way to
Well, do they have the recycle logo on it?
Okay. There's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of confusion about the chasing arrows that you will see on packaging. And they can mean one of two things. They can mean that there's recycled content in the package. I mean, this could have recycled content in it, but that doesn't mean anything about whether it can be recycled. Also, it may even indicate that it could be recycled, but that doesn't mean it could be recycled here in Portland. Because everywhere you go, what can be recycled is different. Yes?
What happens when one of those cardboard boxes
Okay, let me hold off on that question a little bit because that pertains to a lot of what we're talking about, and I'll get to that. Okay, so here's another carton, and this one is probably pretty rare right now. This one actually does have wax, and you can tell because if you put your fingernail across it, you'll get white in your fingernail. That has to go in the trash too, unless you want to compost it in your home composting, or if you want to use it for a fire starter. That's really great for that. Okay, how about this carton? Paper carton, it probably has recycled content, but has a little foil on it.
Yes.
No, trash.
Right.
Yeah, no foil, absolutely. One time I called for was recycling, and I said, well, what if it has just 1% of foil on it, let's say this Christmas card, maybe 2 or 3% foil. They said no foil. They don't want it. Okay. Since we're showing foil, I'll also show these others. Holiday wrap, if it has foil on it, no. If a Christmas card envelope, foil inside, no. Okay, back to what maybe, how about this? This is the backing of labels, address labels or stamps or whatever. Is this recyclable? No, it's not pure paper. How about these tea, packages for tea? Probably not. I know this one I could see has plastic inside. This one has aluminum inside. There may be a few brands that are pure paper, but generally they're not. How about a paper plate?
No.
Not certain. Okay, no. And the local government will say no, even for Chinette, which isn't plastic coated. because it may be food contaminated. So again, pay attention to your local directions. Can't be recycled. How about a coffee cup? No, same reason. How about a to-go container? This was a Chinese food fail. No, plastic coated, and it could be even plastic impregnated, I'm not sure. Yeah. How about a milk carton?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes, but wait a minute. Why this is okay and these aren't? Well, there's a special story behind this, and that is many years ago, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 years ago, the state of Maine banned non-recyclable beverage containers, and the international company Tetra Pak, which produces a lot of packaging, the ones with the, the gable tops, was very concerned that its packaging could be banned all over the country. So it went around the country, very wise step, and set up recycling programs specifically for its product. And at that time, Oregon had pulpers, paper pulpers, that could accept this, and they could separate the paper fibers from the plastic. But now that's no longer the case, but these still can go overseas to Asia, where they have more modern pulpers that can separate that. So that's why this is still in the curbside program, which is a real anomaly. And yeah, question?
If that milk carton has a plastic, like.
Oh, plastic spout, pull it off. Yeah, pull it off. Otherwise, it'd probably get thrown out, I'm not sure. Yeah, okay. Couple other examples. How about butcher wrap? You go to a meat counter to wrap your fish or whatever. How about that? No, it does have a very thin layer of plastic, although we really do encourage you to go buy your meat that way. It's better than, styrofoam or plastic or any other material. Actually, my garbage, this is probably all there is in my garbage from buying fish. Okay, how about, this is a paper coating over a dry milk container. It has some aluminum on the other side. No, obviously. How about this? How about this Christmas card? It's got some sparklies on it. No. Okay. So how about paper towels and paper napkins?
Compost.
No, not in recycling. Now it's the same thing as the city says about paper plates. Technically there's no problem with recycling these, but because they could be food contaminated, the local governments don't want them in the recycling bin. So, yeah. You just have to follow the rules.
Can you put it in your compost?
You can put it in your home compost, yeah.
And the green bin.
And you can put it in your green bin at home, but not working. Okay. Now I'm holding up this one. It's a very deeply dyed paper, and it's not rejected. I mean, you could put it in, but they can't really get the dye out of this, so it's really worthless. So I'm just saying this because if you're if you're purchasing paper, you don't want to buy this kind of paper. Stick with white or pastels. Okay, I'm done with paper. Unless there are any other questions.
What about mixed recycling, where you're throwing everything? So if it's like a foil coated whatever.
Okay, so I'm going to, let's see, did I pass this up? I did pass something up, I'm sorry. I went right into talking about the materials before I talked about your waste. So after you saw that slide showing what DEQ measures each year, and it shows that each of us is responsible for about 2,500 pounds a year. How about your individual household waste? So let me just ask you, a typical, let's say a typical homeowner would probably put out a 32-gallon can, if it's in Portland, it'd be every other week. If it's some other community, maybe every week. But how many have that kind of typical standard service? Anybody? Yeah, okay, raise your hand. All right, how many have a mini can, which is 20 gallons, excuse me, raise your hand, okay. And how many have less frequent service, maybe once a month? Great, okay, I just want to make sure that everybody knows that you have these choices of service, smaller can, less frequent service. I actually have what's called on-call because I fill a can so infrequently. So I just call my hauler, you know, like once a year when I have a can, and it's really cheap that way. Yeah. Okay, now, am I blocking this at all? Okay, so another thing I forgot to mention. Whenever we take any of these steps, you're probably not going to do it unless you have some motivation. And what motivates me for recycling curbside is that we save resources, we save energy, and along with that is avoiding carbon emissions, and then we avoid pollution. So in Oregon, the amount of energy that we save when we recycle is equivalent to taking 670,000 cars off the road. So I just want you to know that it's not insignificant when people kind of belittle recycling, you know, as a small step. It is a small step, but still it's significant. I'm going to go over the next one is plastic. So why don't you tell me first which 5 items of plastic can go in your curbside recycling bin? Just call it out. Tubs, yes. So a tub could be either like this. Most tubs are like this, but for tofu, this is also a tub. What else? Bottles of all kinds, including jugs, including milk jugs. So here this represents the bottles and jugs. What else? There are just a couple other things that aren't as common. Okay, flower pots that are at least 4 inches or more in diameter. And I didn't bring one with me, but a pail, a plastic pail that's like 5-gallon pail, even though it may have a metal handle. Those are recyclable curbside as well. So, any questions about plastic? Yes.
So the little plant things that might have like a 6-pack, no, you can't do this.
No, unfortunately not. Yeah. Yes.
Do tubs have to be a certain size as well?
Yes, 6 ounces or more. So I think most yogurt cups are 6 ounces or more, but I'm not completely sure. All right, the next one is metal, and what is accepted and what is not. So I think everybody knows that aerosol cans are accepted as long as they're empty of product. One tip I want to give about cans is that if you have small metal items, you can put them in a can like this and crimp the can so it will stay in there. And the reason for that is when it goes to the sorting facility, these little things can fall through and then they end up being landfilled instead of being recycled. The other thing,
caps are good.
yeah, beer caps are good as long as they're metal. And some people ask me about, you know, what if a jar lid has a little plastic inside? That's okay. Yes.
Receipts.
Say it again.
Receipts.
Receipts.
Are they, yeah, are they recyclable?
Receipts. Paper receipts. Oh yes. I'm sorry. I was on metal.
Sorry.
That's why I was confused.
No, not receipts.
Yeah.
I was just, sorry.
Yeah. Yes, they're recyclable.
They are recyclable.
Yes. Okay. The other thing I just want to mention is that aluminum foil is recyclable curbside if it's clean. However, you have to make sure it's pure foil. Some of these, like this is not pure foil. It doesn't roll up into a ball. So that has plastic in it as well. And same with this, which contained cream cheese, plastic and foil laminate. And this is a top for something. Oh, yogurt. Yeah, something like that. This also has, so if you can't crunch it into a ball, then it's not pure. Okay, any questions about metals? Okay, I'm going to go on to, mention scrap metal as well. Don't forget scrap metal, because metals are your most valuable recyclable material as far as being able to sell them in the market. So even wire, if it's copper wire, even though it's coated with plastic, that's recyclable. That's why you hear about, people taking their Christmas lights to get recycled, because that copper is so valuable. So if it's basically metal, you can put it in your curbside bin. Although there are some size restrictions. You don't want to put big car parts in there. You could take those to the transfer station. Okay, so yes.
Dry cleaning.
Yes, metal hangers are recyclable curbside, correct. Yeah, so you just put, yes. I heard you said something about the triangles on plastic containers, but I didn't hear the rest. Oh, no, it doesn't mean anything for you. No, all the number only tells what the resin is made of, what kind of resin. Okay. So glass, I think the only thing to mention to you about glass is that only bottles and jars, no other kind of glass ever. Because glass is made of different components, different melt temperatures, and if a broken drinking glass gets in a box of jars and bottles, it can contaminate the whole load. So you just want to make sure those never get in. Okay, so we're going to go to the question that was asked back there about, okay, what if you do it wrong and you put the wrong things in? So I think I've got a photo up here of, sorry. Okay, so sorry, you can't see this really well, but this shows what happens at a material recovery facility. Usually if you would go in and see that, there will be a platform above the ground, and workers will be up there, and there's a conveyor belt going along. So all your recyclables are going along this conveyor belt, and workers are picking out things and putting them down the chute. So this guy's picking out cardboard, it's going down the chute into the cardboard bin. This guy's picking out newspapers, going down the newspaper bin. So there are also some mechanical devices. There are magnets that can help separate. There are air things. There are various other mechanical devices that can help this process, but it's not perfect. So contaminants do get in the wrong place. And that's why it's so important that we follow the directions that our city government or county government gives us, is because it can just either take longer to go through the recycling, or it'll get contaminants, and then the recyclables won't have good markets because nobody wants them if they're full of contaminants. Also, the worst thing that you can put in your recycling bin is plastic bag. I also see that there's some rope or string or something in there too. So there are these little cogs that are going around and around and around, and the plastic bag will get stuck in there. And it can take hours. They have to stop all the machinery, and it can take hours to pick out all those plastic bags. A MRF operator told me that a third of their labor expense is pulling out these plastic bags. So it's really very important that they not be in there. Okay, so that's all on curbside recycling. So now you have that down pat. I wanted to mention depot recycling as well. Now, when I say depot, I mean your hauler doesn't pick it up. You have to take it someplace. But first of all, a lot of people are upset because what can I do if I get an appliance and it's got a big styrofoam box around it, or so right now there are just two places in the region that will accept styrofoam. One is Agilix, which is in Tigard, and the other is Flare Plastics, which is in Northwest Portland, around 15th. No, I said Northwest. I think it's Southwest. I actually have it on the handout. Is there anybody? Do you want to see if there anybody else wants this handout?
We passed around handouts so people could share. So there's probably about half as much as we need. We have a few more. If anybody wants paper copies, we'll also be making these available online afterwards too.
So what I did was I put some common recyclables that you can take to a depot and their phone numbers or how to get a hold of them. Also on the bottom of the handout, I have the number for Metro Recycling Information Center. So if you ever have a question about a material, and is there any place in the region where I can take this to be recycled, you just call the Metro 234-3000 and they can tell you. Or if you prefer to go online, you can do that. And you just say, I forget what it's called. Anyway, you'll find it. And then also another thing you can do with plastic bags, since you can't put them out curbside, is to take them to a Fred Meyer or a Safeway store, and usually in the lobby area, they'll have a box, and it's put there by Trex, which is a company that produces plastic lumber. And that's the company I told you like to have. Now I noticed that on the outside it says checkout bags only or something like that for checkout bags, but I believe they take all number 4 and number 2 and number 4. So if you're sure that it's 2 or 4, you can put those in those Trex boxes. All right, so just referring to the handout, and I don't have one in front of me, but here you are. Okay, that's okay, I've got it up here. So I just wanted you to have a sense of all the things that could be recycled if you are willing to take it someplace. Sometimes in a neighborhood, one person will say, oh, I'm going over to so-and-so's place, and if you have any of this, I can take it. For a few of these, there may be a small charge, like fluorescent bulbs. When I take mine, I actually take mine back to the store where I buy it, but they charge me a little bit. That's fine. It's very important to get fluorescent bulbs recycled because they contain mercury. Are there any questions about any of these items? Yes.
What about like plastic bread bags?
I think most bread bags would be acceptable in those 2 stores. Any other questions? Yes.
IKEA is another great place where you can recycle batteries and the whole.
It is. Oh, I didn't know. Up by the airport?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Did everybody hear? IKEA's also has is where you can take some recyclables. Okay, one other thing I want to mention before I leave this topic is that sometimes it's not really clear what is a plastic bag, and I wrote, it doesn't say it there on the last one, it said, crinkly bags are garbage. So these are examples of crinkly bags. If anybody buys things from Bob's Red Mill or Trader Joe's, they use a lot of these. So they're a mixture of plastic and cellulose, and they cannot be recycled. This one had chocolate chips in it. Okay, so if you have recycled everything that you can curbside, you've recycled everything that you can at depots, you've probably reduced your trash by 35%. Now, I want to just briefly mention compost. So there are people have different motivations for composting. Some of them want to remove wet garbage from your kitchen trash. It's nice not to have that in there, and then you can more easily see what is in your trash and what you might reduce in some way. Another reason is to avoid using a disposal in your kitchen sink, because that's a very high energy intensive process when it goes through the sewer, has to go through the sewer system. And another reason would be to return nutrients to your soil. So those are all important for me. I've divided composting into 2 parts. One is yard debris. And I don't think I'll go over yard debris right now, but I did bring a couple of handouts. Metro puts out a lot of great handouts. This one it's how to make your own compost at home by having a bin. And this other one is worm bin basics. This would be for food, if you want to compost your food on site. Worm bin is a great way to do it. So you can come up and get one of those if you are interested. But I do want to talk a little bit more about food. Okay, so we have different choices in Portland about how we can compost our food. We can do it curbside if you're in the city. If you want to do it on site, if you have chickens, you feed it to the chickens. You can also bury it in the soil. So particularly if you have areas that you want where you want to improve the soil, you dig a hole, put your food waste in there, although not meat or dairy. And then you cover it with at least 8 inches of soil. And if you keep doing that, you make a row, a trough, and you keep doing that, that will greatly improve the friability and the nutrient content of your soil. So it's a good, especially if you're getting ready to grow a vegetable garden or something. Or you can buy or make a worm bin, and Metro brochure has those directions as to how to do that. Okay, so now any questions about food composting? About putting it out? Yeah.
Meat and dairy, you say you don't eat dairy, you don't want to attract animals, or?
That's correct. If you're doing it on site, you don't want to attract rats, basically, or raccoons. Yeah. Was there somebody else? Yes. Well, as long as you don't have a lot of it. Yeah, it's okay. Yes.
At home, curbside compost
Your garden debris, and it accepts like napkins, egg cartons.
I'm not sure about egg cartons. I have to look in the directions. I know that your home composting can accept napkins and soiled cardboard, like for a pizza box or something.
And what about other things like toothpicks?
Oh, I don't see why toothpicks couldn't be put in.
So small, like, wood fiber.
Sure, yeah. Any other questions about home compost? I mean, yard debris collection with food? Okay. Okay, so if you are including food and yard debris and all those recyclables that we talked about, you've eliminated about 70% of your waste. So now we're going to talk about the most difficult area, the last 30%. And this is where I talk about precycling. And again, if you have to be motivated to take this step, but here's where we can save 100% of the embedded energy and resources in a product or a package if we're motivated. So as an example, every ton of cardboard, let's say you save a cardboard box and so you can reuse it at some other time, that saves, every ton of cardboard reused saves over 5 tons of CO2. If that ton is recycled, it reduces CO2 by about 3 tons. So you can see how much better reuse or reduction is than recycling. So reduce, reuse, recycle. There's a reason for that sequence. So I'm just going to talk about packaging because that's one of the easiest ways that we can precycle. The word precycle refers to thinking about the package or the product before you make the purchase. Because if you think about what waste is going to be created, you may make a different decision. So, precycling packaging. So here are some really quick little tips. One is to take your own bag. So how many have bags like this that you can take to the store? Yeah, okay, everybody, just about. So how many have the bag always with you when you need it? A few head shakers. No, okay. So does anyone want to tell me some good tips about how to make sure that you always have your bag, Corey?
One in your bike.
Keep one in your bike, yes, or in your car, or by hanging by your door whenever you walk out.
Yeah. You can walk right past that.
What?
You can walk right past that.
Oh, yeah, true. Okay.
I
Yes.
have one that holds up really small.
Yeah.
Like,
Right. So here's another tip, is to always have one that folds up really small, like a Chico bag or a net bag, that you can always have with you. I have mine in my purse. So, and it's not just for food. Anytime you walk into any kind of store, let's say clothing, towel, have your Chico bag, or else just if it's just one item, I don't need a bag. So I figured that I made a commitment to myself one year. I said I'm not going to take any new bags, and I figured that I saved 500 bags, and some of the literature says 900 bags. So, you know, each time it's a pretty small thing, but over a year it amounts to a lot. So I think taking your own bag is a really easy first step that we can all take. Buying in bulk is another thing it's not that hard. Once you know, do some of you have places near you where you can buy food in bulk? Just call out the name. Winco. Fred Meyer Nutrition Centers, yeah. New Seasons, Sheridan's, yeah. So as long People's, so going, you know, going frequently to one of those places and taking your own packaging is another way to really save a lot of packaging. What I do is I have a bundle of smaller containers in my cloth bag. I like paper bags. I just hold together with a rubber band. So when I'm going into the store, I fill my paper bag and mark the, you know, the weight, the number on it. And then when I get home, then I pour that into the durable container, and I put this right back. So these are also in my car under the seat at all times in case I just run in for a few things and need to go. So two tips already. Another one, it's not quite as easy to save this way, but when you have a choice, you can choose the more recyclable packaging. Like if you have the choice of buying a salad dressing in a glass container or a plastic container, I would choose glass just because it can be recycled indefinitely, whereas the plastic is likely to have one more use and be downcycled probably. Or aluminum can always be recycled. Steel can be recycled. And then finally, to avoid certain packages, to avoid individually wrapped food, like this is a 4-pack yogurt, but instead to buy yogurt in a big container and then put it in your own durable container for taking for lunches. The other multi-materials, we've talked a little bit about multi-materials already, but unfortunately, there are a lot of examples of multi-materials. It's very hard to buy chips without a multi-material. So this is plastic and aluminum. Some of them, they look like nice brown paper on the outside, but no, they've got plastic in them as well. Does anyone have a solution? The only thing that I found is to go to a Mexican restaurant and ask for a paper bag of chips. I mean, you know, but that's a tough one.
Try the baby's bag pasta.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah, and unfortunately, a lot of snacks and candy comes in these. They're all multi-material. They're plastic and aluminum a lot of times. So this is a juice container, plastic and aluminum. And then the last, non-recyclable plastic. Again, we've got cookies may come in some package that has one of these trays. Another boxes, or the, what do you call them? I don't know what to call these, but you go to a store and this is hanging, and so you can see it, but it's got plastic on both sides. So wherever you can, you know, shop where you can pick out exactly what you want without a package. And then finally, my example of over-packaged items. Here's, you want some candy, all right? So here's some candy. You take off the cellophane wrapper. There's a paper box. You open that up, and you have a plastic tray. And in the plastic tray are individually wrapped candies. Sometimes you wonder what the industry is thinking. So those are some things to try to avoid. the last thing I want to talk about is disposables. I'm sure that in all our homes we have some disposables. I made another vow to myself to try to get rid of as many disposables as I could many years ago. And I think when you do that, you can, if you just stop buying them, you can usually find alternatives. So let me just go through some of the disposables that are common, and you just tell me what the alternative would be. So what about these plastic cups, like, like a beer cup? What could you use instead of that? Mason jars, yeah. Glass cups. Or hard plastic ones that go in the dishwasher. Okay, so there are lots of opportunities if you just never buy another plastic cup. Of course, you do have to have a dishwasher, and I know some workplaces don't have dishwashers, but I think a dishwasher is really important to have. Or if you have a sink, you can wash by hand. What about bottled water? Always carry your own reusable water bottle. What about paper napkins and paper towels? Cloth ones, okay. Could you survive if you never bought another paper napkin or paper towel? How about paper towels? Sometimes people have trouble.
Washcloths.
Yeah.
They had an interesting debate with a bunch of doctors and a bunch of people who are about paper towels, whatever. So there was the group that wanted to only use cloth towels and wash them and do all that kind of stuff. Well, the doctors freaked out because they thought, that we don't do it enough and it's a contamination problem and all these things. And then I think of, okay, you gotta wash everything and dry them and everything else. So it's hard for me to understand which way to go.
Well, I think you can ask that question for all disposables. Is it better to use a durable plate than 25 paper plates?
Yeah.
And so there have been studies done comparing the life cycle of these, and so if you use the durable cup or the durable plate so many times, which we do, then it uses less resources, less energy, less water than producing the disposable.
Okay.
So that is kind of a general rule that you can go. Yeah. Now, and also, washing napkins, let's say, or washing cloth towels, it's not going to require an extra load for you to toss those in.
Right.
So it's really not taking any more water or energy to use those. Yeah. Any other questions about that?
Well, I guess it's just, the doctor thing in terms of like contaminatable items.
Well, I think the only time to really be concerned is when you have someone sick in your household, you use a separate towel for that person. Another thing is if you use sponges for your kitchen wipe up, to put those in the microwave periodically for a couple minutes to make sure that those do not get filled with bacteria. Or if you use a cloth, wash it fairly frequently. Yeah. Good question. How about plastic baggies? They seem to be ubiquitous. What could you find as alternatives to plastic baggies? Tupperware? Yeah, like I have one for my sandwich, one for my fruit that you can take with you.
Reusing the plastic bags you're getting, like bread bags.
Or reusing a plastic bag that you already have. Right, and washing it out. And I have a neat little thing that I close pin all my washed out bags on, or you can buy the ones with tapers to dry bags. That's a good solution. What about plastic wrap? Maybe the most difficult one for people to give up. Yeah.
You get beeswax cloth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can get beeswax cloths to cover, let's say, a bowl. You can or one of those silicone covers that has different. You can put on different size bowls. Or I actually have some of these. They're like a shower cap, but they're a heavier plastic, and they come in different sizes. Or if you just have a small amount of leftovers, you can put a bowl over the plate, or a plate over the bowl. In my microwave, I I wasn't certain how to solve this problem, but I bought a big plate that's bigger than my dinner plates. So when I heat up, so I put our leftovers on our plates, and then I put that other plate over, so that I don't have to use a disposal. Any other tips on that, on plastic wrap? Or sometimes people go to a potluck and they always want to put a plastic wrap over everything, but a lot of times you don't even need the cover, or you could just put a cloth over it. Okay, Corey?
A lot of people cover things with their keys out, you know, keys on it. You write out clothes, you sprinkle a little bit of clothes around it. You don't need to cover it. Keys will sleep, and it smells good too.
All right. Okay, I want to spend the last few minutes I have, about 5 minutes, because I haven't covered everything possible. And I would like to have you tell me what other things that you do to reduce waste in your household, besides what we've already talked about. So just, yes.
I purchased shampoo and conditioner bars.
Okay, wait, can everybody hear? I think you should stand up if you don't mind.
You want the mic?
Using bar soap for either hand washing or hair washing. Bars that come out packaged.
Right. So you don't need a plastic bottle. Great. Any others? Yes.
I just took some extra fabric and made
Could you stand up?
a little carrying case that I can carry a fork and a spoon and a knife in, because I'm always getting hot all the time.
That's great. It's small enough that you can have it with you all the
If
time.
you don't sew, I just used to wrap it in a towel, right? And it's also
Or napkin.
yeah.
Okay, what else? Way back there.
I'm just thinking about glass bottles. If you're a beer drinker and you put a wine in your bottle, that's for taking the wine out of the bottle.
Okay, here.
Well,
Stand up, stand up,
I have
please.
a love hate with Costco, and especially their big plastic, everything is in the ubiquitous. They will take that back, so I carry a knife in my car now when I'm in the parking lot. I take everything out and I walk it back. Just, and those horrible shipping things that you cut your fingers on, I will sit in my car and cut that stuff off.
Yeah, I do that too. I'll leave packaging at the store, and you're not sure that that's going to make a difference, but if enough people did that, they would get,
It's
they
a
would get,
message.
they would get the message.
It's a message.
Right. Okay, what else? Yes, Mike.
Not buy it in the first place, so borrow it from a friend or get it from Goodwill or.
Yes. How many have been to the rebuilding center to get some reused building supplies? Great. Okay. Everybody know where that is? On Mississippi, North Mississippi. Let's see what else.
There's
How many-
Habitat for Humanity store.
Habitat for Humanity store, either to donate to them or to buy from them.
Also reclaim requests. Reclaim requests is another aggregate store, so taking deconstruction materials,
Okay.
all of the deconstructors, and having a retail outlet for those on the east side.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yes.
It's on the Sandy Boulevard now, but trying to find it.
Okay.
H&M will take fabric, any fabric, so like, there's stuff that I'll donate, right, but there's stuff that's not donate worthy, but you can take fabric to H&M and they give you a coupon, but I don't fast fashion, but you can leave it there and they'll recycle it.
Okay. So you're saying that even if it's a piece of clothing and it can't be wearable by anybody, they'll take it even though you didn't get it. Oh, that's good information. Okay.
Or I'll take like pillows.
Okay.
They haven't,
Great. Yes.
I also cut
Could you
up.
stand up?
Oh, sure. I'll also cut up old clothes for rags, so I don't need to buy rags.
All right. I do that too. How many have used Craigslist to buy or sell something? All right. Good. How about nextdoor.com? Okay. So you know how to buy used. Or how does anyone belong to Buy Nothing Group? All right. Okay. We don't need to go over the.
Wait, Rooster, PDX Rooster.
Say it again.
Southeast PDX Rooster.
Rooster?
Rooster, like Rooster.
Southeast PDX Rooster.
Second change, PX Rooster.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's all over the.
Yeah, it's no money, sell or, give, or
take,
All right,
borrow, lend, share.
okay.
There's also recycle.
Free cycle, right, another one. Okay, one more topic, and that is takeout food. What are your tips from avoiding packaging from takeout food? Go box, okay. Okay, so go to places where you can use Go Box. What other ideas? Bring your own, excellent. What else? Huh? Dine in. How many people sit down at home to eat your dinner? All right. One of the things I do, if I'm caught at a restaurant and I want leftovers, I'll ask for a piece of foil, because unfortunately, if I ask for a box, it's going to be a box that I can't recycle. So if I ask for a piece of foil, I know that I can clean and recycle it when I get home. Okay, I think at that I will close. I want to show one more thing. Oh shoot, I was going to ask. Okay, we'll ask you one question. If we're doing all the things that we've talked about, what do you think would be left in your trash besides the multi-materials that you couldn't avoid? What? Dog poop? Okay. I do have a dealing responsibly with pet waste, if anybody wants to come up and get one of these. Anything else? Okay, that's kitty litter, dog poop, and disposable diapers are the three things that are mentioned to me the most. Okay, so I wanted to leave you our web address, because I have something, well, like the fact sheet that was passed out, the Beyond Curbside, that's on our website. It's under Reduce, Reuse, Recycle. But I also publish eco tips once a month. They're really short, 250 words, and they have to do not just with reducing waste, but it could be energy, water, or toxics. So I send those out once a month to company green teams, and then I put them on the website. So if you go on the website, you can see a list of all of those, and they may give you some more ideas. Okay, so thank you so much for having me. I enjoyed being here during Earth Week.
How does it feel now that you got down to one barrel? How does that feel?
Oh, it feels great. I love it, yeah. And I just take, I used to take my recyclables over to Far West Fiber, but they've disappeared, so I take it to the transfer station. So it's really, maybe I go 4 times a year to take my recyclables, and that's it. It's very easy.
Yeah, that's another motivator.
Yes. Yeah, I feel like I want to let people go, but I'm happy to talk to you if you want to come up.
Yeah, everyone just give another thank you to Jeanne.